do if your best friend died? And then you discovered they'd been alive the whole time, living in a beach mansion with millions of dollars they stole from you. I'm Jessica Morgan. And 3 years ago, I stood at my business partner's funeral, crying over an empty casket, while she was on a plane to the Maldives with $89 million of our company's money. This is the story of how my best friend of 15 years faked her own death, destroyed our billion-dollar company, and left me to face the FBI alone. If you think you know someone, think again. Smash that subscribe button, because this story has a twist you won't see coming. Mia Park and I met in college. Freshman year, computer science program, both scholarship kids trying to prove we belonged. We bonded over ramen noodles, all-nighters, and dreams of changing the world. Mia was brilliant. Not just smart, brilliant. She could see patterns in data that no one else could see. While other students were struggling with basic algorithms, Mia was already developing AI models that professors called revolutionary. But here's what made Mia special. She was kind. In a cutthroat tech program where everyone was competing, Mia shared her notes. She helped people. She made everyone around her better. We became inseparable. Study partners, roommates, best friends. We made a pact. One day, we'd start a company together. She'd be the tech genius, I'd handle the business side. 50-50 partners. Equal in everything. After graduation, we worked at different tech companies for 5 years, learning the industry, making connections, saving money. We'd video chat every Sunday, planning our future company. In 2019, we finally did it. We launched Nexus AI, a platform that used machine learning to help small businesses optimize their operations. Mia built the technology. I raised the funding, managed operations, and brought in clients. For 2 years, we struggled. Sleeping in the office, maxing out credit cards, eating nothing but pizza and energy drinks. But we had each other. Every setback, we faced together. Every small win, we celebrated together. Mia would always say, "Jess, when we make it, we're buying matching Teslas. That's how everyone will know we're the real deal." I'd laugh and say, "When we make it, I'm buying you a vacation. You haven't taken a day off in 2 years." "I'll take a vacation when we're billionaires," she'd say with that smile. Then in 2021, everything changed. We landed a meeting with Quantum Ventures, one of the biggest venture capital firms in Silicon Valley. Their managing partner, Robert Chen, had heard about our platform and wanted to see a demo. Mia and I prepared for 2 weeks straight. The presentation had to be perfect. The day of the meeting, Mia was nervous. Really nervous. Her hands were shaking as we walked into the conference room. "Jess, what if we mess this up?" I squeezed her hand. "We won't. We never do. Not when we're together." The presentation was flawless. Mia demonstrated the platform, and you could see the investors' eyes light up. By the end, Robert Chen was leaning forward in his chair. "Ladies, I'll be direct. We want in. We're prepared to offer $50 million for 25% of your company. That values Nexus AI at $200 million. Mia and I looked at each other. We'd done it. We'd actually done it. We accepted the offer. Overnight, we went from broke entrepreneurs to multimillionaires. The $50 million hit our company account, and suddenly, everyone wanted to talk to us. Forbes articles, conference speaking invitations, acquisition offers. Over the next 18 months, Nexus AI exploded. We grew from 12 employees to over 300. We signed contracts with major corporations. Our valuation hit $1.2 billion. Mia and I bought those matching Teslas. We laughed like teenagers picking them up from the dealership. But looking back now, I can see when things started to change. Small things I didn't notice at the time. Mia started taking more business trips alone. Building partnerships, she'd say. She became protective of certain parts of the code. "It's sensitive, Jess. The less people who understand it, the more secure we are." She opened a separate business account for international transactions. I signed off on it without question. Why would I question her? This was Mia. My best friend. My partner. The person I trusted more than anyone in the world. It was a Tuesday morning in March when I got the call that changed everything. Ms. Morgan? This is Detective Sarah Williams with the San Francisco Police Department. There's been an accident. My heart stopped. What kind of accident? It's about Mia Park. Her car went off the Pacific Coast Highway last night. I'm very sorry to inform you. There were no survivors. The phone slipped from my hand. This had to be a mistake. Mia had texted me just last night. She was visiting a potential client in Los Angeles. She was supposed to be back today. We need someone to identify personal effects, the detective continued. As her business partner and emergency contact. The next 72 hours were a blur. I flew to LA, identified her belongings, her phone, her wallet, her favorite jacket. The car had gone off a cliff and caught fire. They told me the remains were too badly burned for an open casket. I planned the funeral. I called her parents in Korea. I stood in front of 300 people and gave a eulogy about my best friend, my partner, my sister. I meant every word. 3 days after the funeral, I went back to the office. Someone had to keep the company running. That's what Mia would have wanted. I was going through paperwork, trying to understand what projects Mia had been working on, when our CFO Tom knocked on my door. His face was gray. Jessica, we have a problem. A big problem. What is it? The company account. The main one. I was reviewing transactions and he put a laptop in front of me. Look at this. I looked at the screen. A series of wire transfers. All approved in the last 2 weeks. All signed off by Mia. Totaling $89 million. Where did this money go? Tom swallowed hard. Offshore accounts. Cayman Islands, Singapore, Switzerland. Jessica, this was systematic. Someone drained nearly all of our operating capital. That's impossible. Mia would never. The transfers were authorized with her credentials. And they all happened in the week before her death. My brain couldn't process it. Mia? Stealing from our company? No. There had to be an explanation. That's when my phone rang. Unknown number. Hello. JESS. I dropped the phone. That voice. Impossible. Tom picked it up, and I grabbed it from him with shaking hands. Mia. I'm sorry, Jess. I'm so sorry. But I need you to understand. You're alive? I was screaming now. Where are you? What is happening? I can't explain everything now. But the money, I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. There's something bigger happening, something dangerous, and I needed to disappear. I'll explain everything, I promise. But right now I need you to trust me. Trust you? You faked your death. The company is ruined. Just please. I hung up. My hands were shaking so badly, I could barely hold the phone. That's when the FBI showed up. Turns out, the FBI had been watching our company for months. Not because of Mia's death. They didn't even know about that yet. They were investigating something much bigger. Special Agent Marcus Rodriguez sat across from me in an interrogation room. Ms. Morgan, we believe your company has been involved in illegal data trafficking, selling AI-generated information to foreign entities, specifically to companies linked to the Chinese government. That's insane. We would never. We have transaction records, communications, all traced back to Nexus AI's servers. He slid a folder across the table, and most of them were authorized by you. I opened the folder. My signature. My email address. Approving contracts I'd never seen with companies I'd never heard of. I didn't sign these. I've never even seen these contracts. Then who did? And that's when I understood. Mia had full access to my accounts. My credentials. My digital signature. She hadn't just stolen money. She'd been running an illegal operation using our company as a front. And she'd made it look like I was in charge of it all. The FBI investigation uncovered everything. Mia had been selling AI-generated corporate intelligence to the highest bidder for over a year. She'd built backdoors into our platform that allowed her to extract data from all our clients. The $89 million she transferred wasn't stolen from Nexus AI, it was payment from foreign entities. She'd made much more than that. The FBI estimated she'd earned over $300 million total. And the car accident? Staged. She'd hired someone to drive a car off that cliff, filled with items that would burn beyond recognition. She'd bought a fake passport months earlier. While I was crying at her funeral, Mia was boarding a private plane. The FBI tracked her to the Maldives, then Thailand, then the Philippines. Always one step ahead. She'd planned this for months, maybe years. 6 months into the investigation, I got a package. No return address. Inside was a USB drive and a handwritten note. Jess, I know you'll never forgive me. I don't expect you to. But you deserve the truth. Watch this. I almost threw it away. But I needed to know. I needed to understand how the person I trusted most could do this to me. I plugged in the drive. It was a video. Mia, sitting in what looked like a luxury apartment. The ocean visible through the window behind her. Hi Jess. By now you know I'm alive. You know what I did. And you probably hate me. You should. But I need you to understand something. Remember sophomore year when I took that semester off? I told you it was for family reasons. Elite. I was recruited by people who saw my talent and offered me an opportunity. They said they worked for a tech consultancy. They paid me $50,000 just to build them a data extraction tool. I was broke, Jess. That money saved me. But they didn't let me go. They had leverage. They knew things about my family, about my immigration status. They said if I didn't continue working for them, they'd destroy everything. When we started Nexus AI, I saw it as my way out. I thought if we became successful enough, I could pay them off, make them disappear. But it doesn't work that way. They wanted me to use our company. Our dream. And if I refused, they threatened to hurt you, to frame you, to destroy you. So I made a choice. I took the money they were forcing me to earn through Nexus AI, and I faked my death. I made it look like I was the only guilty one. I left enough evidence to clear you, Jess. The FBI will find it. You'll be okay. But I couldn't stay. They would have killed me. Or worse, they would have used you to control me. I know this sounds like excuses. Maybe it is. But I need you to know, everything we built together was real. Our friendship was real. You were the best thing in my life. I'm sorry I couldn't be strong enough to find another way. Goodbye, Jess. The video ended. The evidence on that drive did clear me. The FBI found proof that Mia had acted alone, that she'd forged my credentials, that she'd deliberately kept me in the dark. Nexus AI collapsed anyway. Our clients sued. Our investors pulled out. The company we'd built from nothing was gone. I was cleared of criminal charges, but destroyed financially and professionally. Nobody wanted to work with the co-founder of a company that had been used for international espionage. Even if I was a victim. The FBI never found Mia. She's still out there somewhere living under a fake name, hiding from both the government and the people who controlled her. Sometimes I wonder if her story was true, if she really was trying to protect me, or if that was just one more lie from someone who'd become an expert at lying. I'll never know. What I do know is this: the person I trusted most in the world destroyed my life. And whether she did it to save me or to save herself doesn't really matter anymore. So that's my story. My best friend, my business partner, faked her death and vanished with $89 million, leaving me to face the FBI and the destruction of everything we built. Here's what I learned. You can know someone for 15 years and still not really know them at all. Sometimes the people we trust most are carrying secrets we can't imagine. And sometimes the betrayal isn't about greed. It's about fear, desperation, and impossible choices. I'm rebuilding now. Slowly. I started a new company helping fraud victims recover. It's not a billion-dollar unicorn, but it's honest work. If this story resonated with